So here, after finding out about nipple confusion and realizing that we don't have the policy in place right now in the U.S. to support women past the 3 months, my thought, and tell me what you think about this, is maybe because to be a baby-friendly hospital, you can't introduce product, right? And like you're saying, at the policy level, cool, that sounds well and good, but in reality,
we're giving
a product. And babies are getting confused, and moms are not even getting the initial latch, especially when the baby's born in the NICU prematurely. So my thought process, and what I'm trying to develop for these instances where you have to be away, is a bottle nipple that mimics maternal density, shape, and flow, and actually matches these lactation averages. So because in reality we are introducing products, if you have to, let's minimize the amount of confusion. Let's make the baby develop that suck-swallow reflex.
No, that I don't think we'll be able to do that follow milk. Because as you know, if you are into depth, if you are medical, you know, these milks are species specific. Species specific means the baby, human milk is good for human baby, cow's milk is good for cow, buffalo milk is good for buffalo. So you are turning cow's milk to human milk.
Oh, so no, to pump it and put it in the bottle, to pump the breast.
No, pump the breast, no, because this natural type of breast, how can you give artificially? That's my concern, because the milk, even there is smell in the mother's body, mind that.
Yeah.
Even the baby is recognized by smell. So how you will give the smell to the bottle? Different mothers have different smell.
Yeah.
So the baby is recognized mother by smell. Mind that.
Yeah.
So naturally, I don't go for that. If you really want to have baby friendliness, what you can do is, number one, at least you said, because you have also province and governments and these are, so you can try in one region first, not all of the country. If you can convince the policy maker, and if you can convince the importance of breastfeeding, how economically it is draining the country. I tell you frankly, in Nepal, if the mothers refuse to breastfeed, all of the mothers in Nepal, then the government will have to buy lactose, so much of lactose that it will cross our health budget.
And there's
so much of import,
$300 billion globally annually every year, preventable.
Yes.
Because you're establishing with the breast milk the immune function, the neurological development, you reduce anxiety, depression, breast cancer, even in the mom. It's so important.
In hypertension, obesity, everything, that has been scientifically, but there are very few people like you and me in this world who are fighting for it, to tell you frankly. Because it's very difficult to fight with these business people. They have all the equipments, they have money power, they have political power, because they can buy the politician, you cannot buy the politician. For I tell you, I even had a meeting with the women parliament only, about 50-60 came. And I told them the importance of breastfeeding, why you have to increase everything. When they were in that meeting, they said, oh, this is a very good thing, and we have to do it. And when they went to parliament, they could hardly speak anything regarding that.
Yeah.
What can I do?
And this is why...
This is the problem. That's why I said, if you want to really fight for a small area you pick, then maybe after 20 years, 30 years, you might expand.
Yeah.
If you try to do in the whole country, there will be so much against you, you will not be able to do anything.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It has to be policy, but it has to be reinforced, and there needs to be education.
Education, training, professional, there are so many things. See, even mothers, they have to be aware. You have to make aware. Mothers aware that I want to feed my, because they said it's a human right. Is it not the human right of baby to have breastfeeding? So many human rights people, then what wrong this child has done? Why this child is not getting breast milk? It's his right. It's also human right of that newborn. Because he can't speak, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have human rights. It's human right. Mothers also human right to feed the baby. So if you take that way. But everybody says it's right. In labor also, so many.
I never even think of it like that. That's so true.
It's fact.
And so this is why my goal is to actually start a company that can be influential, because this is how our society in the West is being educated by business.
Yes, very much.
So marketing ads.
Even here it is controlled by the business people, mind that. They will not, the next level will not come to me because they know I am against them.
Yeah.
So they will visit our juniors.
Hi.
See, they will not come to me. They know because I will just turn them out. So they will not come because I am one. There are 50 of our juniors are there. So if they will, out of 50, at least they could influence 10, 20.
So think of how much money is spent on ads, and like just by saying something near the phone, I'm gonna have a lactogen ad pop up on my social media. So this is very important to me. If this is how women are digesting information, and if we can disseminate the important.
Previously, even in television, they used that. I don't know whether you have seen lactosing teen. There was a baby's photograph was there. Good fatty baby was there in the teen itself. Yeah, and the mother think that if they feed that milk, and the baby will be more stronger and healthy like
It's
that.
false advertising.
Of course, it's false.
Yeah.
And now the government has come with a policy, and they cannot put the baby's photographs in the teen. That they have done, but local language is still not done.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think that, education has to occur. I'm just thinking, if business is so powerful, maybe we can create a business that is addressing, like, fight fire with fire.
Yeah, I agree. Fire with fire.
And-
But actually, the thing is, so naturally, when you want to fire with fire, the fellow who will be supporting you will not be that strong. So that you can take hands-on with these people. Because they have got big global market, they have got so many things. Even if they are now come to water, Nestle, I know in India they produce Nestle water, Kinley. Kinley is the water they are producing, so they have brands everywhere.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry, सुन्नु न उसको डिटेलिङ गर्दा उसको नामै
मलाई होइन भाइ डिन अफिसमा जाने मलाई यहाँ होइन उता उता कोठामा यहाँ होइन उता डिन अफिसमा जाने.
Okay, so I'll be very frank.
Yes.
Because outside of the hospital, the women that are going back to work are expressing to me, I am introducing a bottle, right? I'm not changing my life. They want to work. They want to develop their professional career. They're telling me about nipple confusion. They're telling me I want something that is more similar to my breast. You cannot absolutely recreate.
No, as I said,
Yeah.
because the leave is less. So one fellow who has to earn every day to do hands and mouth.
Yeah.
So naturally you can't tell them that you cannot take it. And that's why they go to the field, and this next alternative is the artificial feeding. Once they start artificial feeding, then the baby stops.
Yeah.
As you have said, if you are introducing another type of artificial feeding, there will be more confusion. That is not encouraging the breastfeeding. So if you really want to encourage breastfeeding, then you have to fight with the policy people, you have to fight with the private companies that you have to give maternity. Okay, you give it for 2 kids, I agree. Because we don't want that you should give for 10 kids. Okay, you can give maximum 2 kids, you will get this benefit. After that you can abolish. That means that way family planning also will be there and the children also will be healthy.
Yeah.
But there must be some provision. 2 child, I am not asking for 10 children because you see previously here the mothers are having 8 children, 10 children. Now they are coming to 2, 3, even 1 now. See. So this is how you have to do. But just introducing another type of bottle or this thing will not encourage breastfeeding. That's my feeling.
I fear the same. However, what I see is actually happening is they're choosing a product anyway.
Yeah.
And the flow rates, there's studies.
Yeah.
So like there's a study that demonstrates, I'll show you the graph right here because it's easier to understand than a photo. It's like how do I don't have Wi-Fi, never mind.
No,
So
it's all right, no problem.
It's like you have okay.
No,
please
because if you go to market, there are different varieties of bottle. Okay, some with this nipple, some with holder, some with this, some with that. So this whatever bottle you are trying to say will be alternative, one of them.
So the problem is when we test these flow rates, milk transfer for preterm infants, you're supposed to get it 2.2 milliliters a minute on average. What's on the market in the NICU? The milk comes out anywhere from 5 to 85. You're fire hosing that infant's mouth. So at very worst, like it's not the best. I agree, education and policy is the best, but at least we can improve if you are going to be introducing a product, matching it to more.
No, but what I was instead of because marketing means you are again competition. What I want to tell you frankly, you have to encourage the mother. And regarding an issue, you have to teach the mother how to express the milk. There are techniques to express the milk because you have to stimulate the breast, you have to stimulate in the back, you have to make sure that the mother is keep and calm. If mother is in tension, you know the hormones will not act. Prolactin and oxytocin, they are not working. How much they feed the baby, the milk will not come.
Yeah, you have to have.
You have to have the relax. Mother has to be relaxed. Mother should be told that you can feed the baby because you can easily feed the twin babies. You are teaching them how to feed the twins.
Yeah.
So this way you have to encourage. And for regarding, I agree the baby is not suckling at the milk, so milk will be less. But you can encourage the mother by showing the baby. Even if the mother sees the baby, it will encourage her to pull. So you can tell the mother that you see your baby needs your milk, and that is going to save your kid because it has got antibody. Whatever you want to tell, you can tell the mother. I'm glad none of the mothers will want that their baby should be sick.
Yeah. They all want what's best.
Yeah, they want their best, so you have to give them the correct information and why you need milk. See here, as I have said, we are using the milk of other mothers also. But of course, sometimes the question is, are you sure the mother is HIV negative or something? Of course, now here the HIV test is and yes, hepatitis B is done regularly in antenatal. So we can tell that these mothers are also negative. But there is a window period, mind that. We cannot say that the mother may not be window period. Of course, risk is there, but this risk is better than the other risk.
Yeah.
Because as you know, diarrhea, malnutrition, diarrhea is very much common here. Diarrhea, we use plenty of children because of diarrhea. You see the water, you cannot drink water without boiling, mind that.
Yeah.
So these are the problems here. So bottle feeding means you just take the bottle and give it. They don't know how to clean the bottle. See, you have to teach them the necessity of boiling the bottle for 10 minutes, then cleaning. Where is the fuel? What is the cost? See, if you give lactose feeding, one mother will need at least 5,000 Nepalese rupees per month because one tin contains about 600-700. At least 4 tins is necessary. Then you need the bottle, you need the fuel, and you need the boiling, everything. So for that lady, it becomes a big amount. In Nepalese countries, I mean 5,000 for a poor person. It may do for higher up, it may not be, but for those who really need, for them it's very good.
Yeah. So we need to be giving the women confidence.
Confidence. Number one, awareness. Number two, confidence. Number three, the professionals should be trained. Number four, the governments must have policy. Number five, there has to be monitoring.
Awareness.
Awareness,
Confidence.
yeah. Confidence.
3 is
Training.
training.
Training of professionals. I mean nursing staff, doctors, all regarding breastfeeding important.
Of professionals
Fourth,
and
yeah.
consumers.
Then fourth is the policy of the government. The governments, because we have a good policy, exclusive breast for 6 months, initiation of breastfeeding within 1 hour, then give milk and other food products. So these things are that's in paper.
5 is what? After policy, you said?
5 monitoring. Monitoring whether it, reinforcement, implementation, whether this policy has been implemented or not. You can make the policy in paper, but you have to see whether it is implemented or not.
Do you see any changes happening here?
Well, I will not say that there is no change. There has been some change, but not up to my expectation. Because I expected much more change. Because, for example, maternity leave, as I said, it was 45 days. That means 6 weeks. Now it has reached to 14 weeks. Then there are some breastfeeding places. Even in airport, they have now a small room for breastfeeding. In Kathmandu airport, if you look, it's there now. In some of the hospitals, they have opened the crane. Some of the hospitals, the matrons, if they are good, they are giving off duty for this nursing staff, unpaid leaves. These things have increased. But main problem I see is with the Delhi levels. Those who work in say brick factory, those who work in the red construction sites, if you don't go one day, your pay is gone. So these people, they carry baby there and they feed whatever is there.
Yeah.
So these are the problems. unless there is social security for the mother for 6 months. I mean, paid leave, as I have said, if they deliver at institution, the government gives some money now. So they have to give money to the mother for 6 months for feeding the baby. That means, as I have said, if you daily worker, if you don't work, you don't get money. So if you give some assistance to the mother, so she don't have to work, bother for the work. At least she has some money to eat. So unless the mother can get food, how can she produce the money?
I agree. I
So
agree.
so these things are to be understood.
Here's my thoughts, and let me know what you think.
Yes.
In the meantime,
Yes.
because you see, you've been working on this for 30 years, they're slowly, little by little, it's
very slow,
changing.
very slow.
But you said you're at practice level. For moms that are actually, they are going back to work, they don't have the money to be supported to exclusively breastfeed till 6 months. They are experiencing these nipple confusions. What do you recommend for them? Because if we can at least...
No, in that case, what I recommend is not give bottle feeding, you give palate feeding, as I have shown these things. If you give feeding with these things, the baby because still needs to suck and swallow in these things.
Yeah,
Not like bottle.
right.
So if you, what I tell, I tell the mothers, those who have to go for work, you can store the breast milk in refrigerator for 24 hours. Okay? If you keep in room temperature, you can keep it for 8 hours. Then the other fellow can warm the milk, not boil. They can boil the water in a big pot and put this milk in a small bowl. And you keep it floating like a boat in the hot water, and the milk will warm. Not that you can heat the milk while direct boiling. You just warm it and you can give by spoon or cup to the baby.
So, what if I told you, and I showed you,
Yeah.
I did a lot of lactation studies on these averages.
Yes.
So it's not published after preterm, like the 2.2. I studied up till 1 year, but obviously milk flow is dynamic based on hydration, oxytocin, a lot of other factors. But at least trying to create that incremental feeding demand that's similar to a woman's production. I 3D scanned women's breasts and I did density testing. So I've actually patented a system for creating a novel nipple top that does create that resistance like the breast. And so in the instruction pamphlet, a mom could, rub it, provide a little bit of smell. I'm not saying it's a replacement for breastfeeding. I'm just saying for this primary level where we haven't changed the policy in 30 years. They're giving a bottle, they're struggling with nipple confusion. They're telling me, as like a healthcare provider, this is my problem and I can't get the baby to latch. At least there is more continuity. So if they're introducing this product, they are having better rates of returning to the breast. And that's what I care about, is sustaining and prolonging the period. Because right now, they're just giving up at 3 months. And they're not able...
No, they are giving even 1 month, they are giving up because they have to, because I do practice. The many mothers, I have to go to job, what can I do? I can't leave my job.
Yeah.
So naturally, because I will tell you one story. When one child was sick and the baby was admitted in Kanti Children's Hospital, he was neonatal sepsis, I said they cannot go home. Okay? Do you know what the parents replied to me? I have got my buffalo at my place in the village who gives milk so many liters. If that buffalo dies, my whole family will die. If this baby dies, I can have another baby.
Yeah.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
I have no reply for that person. Straight to say, if this baby dies, I can have another baby. But if my buffalo at my village dies, then my whole family will reign.
Yeah.
What can I answer to that person? I have no stunt. I was just listening to him. I was stunned. I have no reply for some time. This really happened to me when I was in Kanti Children's Hospital in Newport. I said, you cannot go home because baby is sick. Sepsis was there. You need to stay for about 10 days, something like that. 10 days were there. And he straight with told me like that. I have no reply.
And what I studied is the only thing we can control as clinicians for the sepsis and for the neck. I mean, you can't control if you have an emergency C-section and you get antenatal antibiotics. You can control if you give more breast milk. And so this is why I'm very passionate about doing this. But as you see, there are challenges that we face at the practice and community level that I'm trying to make even like the most minimal difference, if that's what women are saying, this is their primary barrier, they're going to continue doing it. I want to just at least make a subsidiary change.
No, I can understand your concern. What you are telling may be practicable in your country, but I don't think it is practicable here.
Here, because the cost.
The cost is there, is going to be very high cost. And another thing is, what people believe, if the cost is high, that's the best thing. That's the wrong impression is there, so they will make more countries. In your country, the way you are telling, it may be good for your country, you may try that,
Yeah.
but I don't think for this country, because they don't even properly sterilize the bottle.
Yeah, and that's costly, like you're
It's
saying.
costly. So if you have to change, they will reuse it and they will keep on. And so naturally, every item, whatever you make, it has got life. So they will continue giving. You can see in some also bottles, you can rusted bottles is still there
But I
because
think-
of economy.
I think it's important though for people who are driving the industry, like to actually have the practical knowledge. Like if Nestle is going to be selling a product to parents, they should have the counsel of you as a pediatrician.
I don't think that they don't have any knowledge. They do have knowledge. They are spending so much of money in the research. They know how to manipulate the research in their field.
The data. So I think it's about being passionate about the actual cause. And then I would love to see, like, in addition to creating just a marginal difference, as a company, actually marketing and educating women this way. They're in my country, they're on blogs, they're on Instagram, this is how they are consuming information. You're not going out and actively saying, let me sign up for a breastfeeding course. I want to infiltrate where it's actually making the most impact, and I think that by coming here and talking to you is very insightful because this has been your life's work. It's such an honor to talk
No,
with you.
it's all right. Whatever my experience, I'm just telling you. Since you are interested on that, that's all.
It's an honor because it's nice to share the same passion,
I hope my information will be of use to you.
We care about preventing
But my
health
reason,
complications.
yes, of course, how we can increase the breastfeeding, how we can support the mother, that's our intention.
One question.
Yes.
So I did community interviews. I went to women who were successful for 2 years to 4 years. They are telling me interesting things. So they were privileged because they had parents,
Family support.
family support, and it was passed down. Like this technique is preserved
Yes.
at a community and cultural level. So they're being told like you're scolded, like if you do not actually breastfeed.
Because maybe this 5% or 1% you will find this, because you really need the family support. Now, previously in our country, it was a joint family. And so you have grandmother, mother, and there's all these people, they can teach, they are just showing you all. Now it become more and more nuclear family. Nuclear, only parents are staying, father and mother. And if they are younger, as I have said, 17 years, 20 years, they don't know anything. There is no one to guide them. And the problem increases. For your information, even in the hospital, about 20% of the mothers are below 20 years here.
Yeah, so it's
Surprising, yes.
they need the support,
Yeah,
and
they
like
need the
this
support.
this woman was very blessed.
Yes.
That
There's support because of the team support, parents. That's why we say, I don't know, but in every year, the breastfeeding week, they come with some slogans, okay? Then family support, we need, so for this year, I just forget the name. Family support, encourage this, and SDG goal and everything. Every year, we are doing some slogans and we doing something.
so
But
there's- and
that is
they,
the necessary.
she
Family
mentioned
support is very nice.
it's crucial
Yes,
because
that's
you
right.
need to, like you said,
Yes.
awareness. One, they're teaching
Yes,
the technique
yes.
at the home level,
Yes.
coming around in real time.
Real time, yes.
Real time, you're having this
Yes.
issue. This is how you're
Yes,
adjusting.
that's
This is
right.
how you're supporting your
Yes,
arm.
yes.
And we're hydrating you and
Yes.
making sure. And one thing that was very interesting, I never heard. It's called age one. This seed, and they're grinding it. in-
Oh, Jono, we got Jono ko Jono.
What is your thoughts on this? Because I haven't studied
No.
it.
What I said, psychological effect, I will tell you frankly.
Okay.
Jono told me they think that if you drink that, they boil in water and they drink the soup, the milk will flow like anything. That is the mother's thing, and because it's not going to harm the baby, so I don't say that this is wrong. I say you do it.
Age one,
Because-
you know the seed I'm talking about?
Yeah,
They
seeds.
They grind it with sesame and
Yeah.
with a little salt.
Yeah.
And she said like 2 tablespoons they sprinkle on top of food, and then they have with ghee and molasses they
Yeah.
put in the rice. So I can see like good fats
Yeah.
in the ghee,
Yeah, they get it
calories
there.
in the
Yeah.
molasses. But with the age one, I wanted to know because I never heard of it until I came.
No, we'll tell you what, even in our culture, in Newar culture, I'm from Newar, when the mother becomes pregnant, there are so many times the visit will be made from the maternal side
Yeah.
to the lady to give the food. Say there are so many occasions you have to give all these things. Once the baby is delivered, then they have to do some ceremony. Then one again the mother will be taken to mother's home to feed so that
Mustard
enough.
oil too.
Huh?
This mustard oil. and-
Mustard oil massage is there. These things, everything. But if you go these two communities of Bhaktapur and rural area, you might find they do the massage also.
Massage.
Yeah, massage. The mustard oil massage is very much good.
Any benefit you think for that?
No, massage benefit that will be physical exercise that will stimulate the baby. So since it's not going to harm, I'm not saying because previously they used to put this oil in here, nose, whatever openings. But I have to tell them no, don't do that.
Okay.
But regarding the massage itself, because you are doing this means that physically you are making fit.
Right. That's
So
good
that's
then.
okay.
Not in the mouth though.
Not
I wanted
mouth or nose, ear.
I
no.
wanted to check with you
Yes.
because they are doing that.
Yeah, doing it. Yes, I know.
Um,
It's very much there.
Very interesting to find
No,
out.
no, but there are some cultural practices which are good for baby. There are certain cultural practices which are bad. I said, in the mother is, the lactating, they give very good food to the mother. 3 times food, 4 times food, and with what is not sugar, but very density sugar, with ghee as you have said.
Yeah.
So that is quite good amount calories they give it.
It is no mustard oil in nose.
Nose, ear, even umbilicus they used to put. That no. But regarding massage, I don't know, because they can.
As long as the placebo keeps the women engaged
Yeah.
and interested and believes that they can do it, then it's a good thing. I think would be interesting. One last
You
thing.
can keep in touch by emails. I can give you my card.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. I so much appreciate your time.
Yes,
It's-
thank you very much. This is my card.
I came across the world after I see your name in the
Yeah.
2017
Yeah.
report
Yeah.
from World Health Organization, and I'm like emailing, like trying. I
Yeah,
booked
yeah,
the
yeah.
flight even before I heard
Yeah.
from you, so I was so concerned. I'm like, I hope I can talk with him. 'cause
Yeah, so nice.
It's so
meeting
nice.
you. Okay, nice meeting you.
It would be
Thank you
fun.
very much.
Yeah.
We keep in touch. Okay, bye.
Thank you.